Strong, keep it steady. We're not in any hurry.
The NHS will provide you with all medical, dental and nursing care. Everyone, rich or poor, man, woman or child, can use it or any part of it. There are no charges except for a few special items. There are no insurance qualifications. But it is not a charity. You are all paying for it, mainly as taxpayers, and it will relieve your money worries in times of illness. So there you have it, in those 5 simple lines, this leaflet.
The anti-austerity movement has done so much to expose the hypocrisy of those that caused the banking crisis in 2008 and then expect the rest of us to pay for it. The austerity we're in at the moment in Britain is a political choice, not an economic necessity. And that political choice means the poorest in our society are paying the most. Our movement has to force this government to account and force onto the agenda a completely alternative economic strategy about an economy that works for all, not the few. The issues are enormous. Our National Health Service, over £1 billion in deficit and debt at every hospital across the country, and the junior doctors taking action to defend the NHS and defend their working conditions. The steel industry in crisis because the government refused to act. We need to force them to be prepared to defend the steel industry, defend those jobs, and if necessary, take a public stake in the industry to do so. We have a housing crisis that affects millions across Britain, either living in overcrowded accommodation, paying excessive rents in the private rented sector, or desperately waiting for a council house yet to be built. We can, need and must invest in housing for all. And we have a crisis of the government's making, with now the forced academisation of schools, destroying the local accountability through councils and communities, and instead making every school into a competition with a neighbouring school. It doesn't have to be like this. We have to put forward the strongest alternative we can. We forced them back on working tax credits when they tried to cut them last year. We forced them back when they took personal independence payments out of the budget. 3 days later, we're forced to put them back. The anti-austerity movement here in the United States, across Europe, is showing the way that popular feeling is we have to invest in people, invest in a society, and not destroy the public services that our generation is benefiting from and our previous generations built up. Power in our hands to change things, to change society. It's democratic power that will bring about that change, and it's working.